Hey guys, today I'm doing a get ready with me using a few new products. I'm actually getting ready for work today, but I don't need to leave the house, so technically I can do my makeup however I feel like it. And today this is what I came up with. Now if you guys are new to my channel, hello and welcome. I am Suzana and I love talking about makeup. That is why I'm here. Luxury makeup is what I focus on the most, so if that is your jam, make sure that you subscribe and you follow me on Instagram. Now a few of the new products that we're going to be using today consist of the new Chantecaille Future Skin Cushion Skincare Foundation. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is such a pretty foundation. Just wait until you see it in action. Just wait. I also have the new Suqqu palette. This is their holiday 12-pan palette. This is how it looks, so we'll be playing with that today as well. And also a new lip product from Chanel, their limited edition holiday lipstick in the shade Coco Club. Obviously it is what I'm wearing right now, and then I'm also wearing some other products that I've just really been enjoying lately. So really that's all I think I had for the intro today. Let's go ahead and do our makeup. So please excuse the hair. I know it looks a little bit crazy. I actually just got out of the shower like half an hour ago, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to let it naturally dry today. So yeah, please just ignore it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with our makeup. I am going to go in with some primer. I'm using my Tatcha The Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. And this is just gonna go all over the face. And I like to really work it in. So I'm super excited because I'm going to be using a new foundation. It's a new cushion foundation from Chantecaille. Now this has not technically released yet. It will be released early in 2021, sometime in January, I'm pretty sure. This is called the Future Skin Cushion Foundation. I have the shade Nude. Now I also have the Chantecaille Future Skin Oil-Free Gel Foundation. I had actually thought about doing a comparison, but when I was testing it out, I went ahead and applied this on one side of my face, and then I went in with this one, and this one is much lighter. It is totally different to the cushion foundation that I actually ended up removing this and just applying this all over my face because there really is no comparison as far as coverage, the formula, the texture of it, any of that. It is just too different for me to say, oh, okay, let's try and compare them. There's just really no comparing. But today we're going to be focusing on this. I was going to do a dedicated video on it, but because it is not yet available, I just felt like it just isn't as relevant right now. So that's why I decided to include it in a get ready with me. So the packaging itself is gorgeous, and nothing less to be expected of this from Chantecaille. We already know they do a phenomenal job with their packaging. Just really luxurious looking. It's a little bit weighty, just very nice. And then it has an elephant design on the top here, and that is because Chantecaille is a philanthropy brand, so they actually donate to a lot of organizations for wildlife care and to keep their environment safe. So now here is the inside. You get a nice mirror. It comes with a cushion, which I've already used, and then that right there is the foundation. So to my surprise, and of course I forgot to bring it down with me, I didn't bring down the box that this came with, but this here comes with 0.42 ounces of foundation, which isn't very much. However, the box does include a refill, so that I really like because I personally feel like they probably did that so that the foundation inside doesn't dry up. So maybe they constructed it that way, perhaps not to make this as bulky, but at least we do end up getting a total of 0.84 ounces, which is still less than the ordinary foundation. Most foundations do come with a full ounce of product, but you know, it just is what it is. Chantecaille plays by their own rules, and it's a great brand all around. I've said this multiple times, so I personally don't mind, and also because I have a ton of foundations to work with, so for me it's not really much of a big deal. So okay, let's go ahead and apply this. I'm going to use a little sponge that it came with. I should probably wash it after today's use because my skin does not do good when I use dirty brushes, especially for like my base. So I'm just going to tap in here. I'm using the other side today of the sponge. Do you see that? And cushion foundations in general are a little bit easier, quicker to apply because of the format really. So I almost see this as a powder foundation, except that sometimes depending on your skin type or on the actual formula that you're working with, you might still have to powder with these, whereas if you're using a powder foundation, you do not. I do feel like I have to go back and keep picking up product, but guys, the end result is so beautiful that I don't even care. I'm just gonna tell you guys now already, why not? I know I've only used this once. I wore it for about 6 hours and I think this is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. I love how my skin looks. It leaves almost like a kind of a velvety finish. So it's not matte, but it's not dewy at all. So I'm going to describe the finish more of a velvet finish. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but that's just how I see it, just sitting on my skin and just looking so good. The shade, I'm so happy I ended up getting. Again, I have the shade Nude, and I just think it looks beautiful. Okay, and so that's where we're at right now. So I am going to apply just a little bit more right here where I do tend to need more coverage. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so nice. So far I am so happy with that. Now with concealer, I'm going to go in with another Chantecaille product. This is actually new to me. I also used this the other day. It is their Le Camouflage Stilo Anti-Fatigued Correct Pen. Although now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have used a different concealer because this one's nice, but it's a very natural type of concealer, so it doesn't give a lot of coverage. By the way, the shade I have is 4C. So today, since I'm not wanting to do like a full look, not like a glam look or anything, but maybe I should have used something that hides these dark circles a little bit better. So I do want a little bit more coverage. I'm just going to use my Stay Naked Correcting Concealer in the shade 50 CP. This is from Urban Decay. I haven't used this one in a while. Apply it down here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and powder this. I'm using my Lancome Long Time No Shine Loose Setting and Mattifying Powder. So we finally finished, well actually that's not true, we finished like a week ago. We finished the day before Thanksgiving, decorating our Christmas tree, and I am obsessed with my Christmas tree. Oh my gosh. So my husband and I are originally from Chicago, but we moved out here to Utah. It's been 4 years already, and we always fly back to Chicago for the holidays, but this year, due to the pandemic and all, we are not going back home. So I'm pretty sad about it, but the good news is that my sister niece, so she's actually my niece, but her and I grew up together, so we're more like sisters than anything else. Like truly, like we even shared a bedroom. So yeah, I mean, it's a weird situation, but it just is what it is. And she and her husband moved to New York City about 3 years ago, and so they've been quarantining, so they've been in quarantine. You know, they're doing their part. By the way, as my bronzer, I'm using the Gucci bronzer in the shade 2. And so anyway, long story short, we ended up deciding to not go back home for the holidays, again because of what's happening. And I just feel like if I expect other people to do their parts in trying to keep this pandemic at bay, hopefully we can get rid of it at some point, or I mean until we wait for the vaccine or whatever it may be, then I feel like we need to do our part as well. So then my husband and I decided to cancel our trip. And so since my niece has been, like, they've been kind of, again, doing their part and quarantining and all that, and so we invited my sister niece and her husband to come out here to Utah and spend Christmas with us. So they are coming, and I'm super excited. Since we're staying here now, we need an actual Christmas tree. So we went out Christmas shopping a few weeks ago, and then little by little, we were just like buying stuff for our tree, and we're finally done with it. And I am obsessed. So okay, anyway, I'm just excited about our Christmas tree, and that's all really that story is about, and the fact that my sister and niece is coming to have Christmas with us, and I'm so happy. Yes, I am. Now time to prime the eyes. I'm using my Fenty Beauty eye primer. Now for eyeshadow today, we're going to be using the Suqqu Holiday Eyeshadow Palette, and this is how it looks. This palette I've used, like truly used once. I actually used the shades on this set. Let me swatch those first for you guys. And I was quite impressed with it because when I had played with this palette originally, I wasn't really in love with it, but it was one of those instances where I was literally just playing with the eyeshadow palette, and so I didn't have on any other makeup or anything, so it's really hard to sometimes appreciate a certain product if you're just putting it on alone. So I was like, okay, I'm not really liking this palette, but let's give it another try. So like I said, I've worn these 4 shades. They performed a lot better than I had originally anticipated. So today we're going to focus on these shades. I don't know if I'll use them all. Let me swatch these for you as well, but we'll see. I'm not sure. There is this one shade, it's the platinum shade that I'm just not, I don't like this type of shades on me. So that's probably one that I'll probably not use very much. So the only matte shades in this palette are these 2. And although I want to focus on the other side of the palette, I feel like I need to pick up one of these mattes first. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna go into the brown shade here. And this will just go above the crease. A while before this palette was actually released, we actually started seeing pictures of it, and I was beyond excited. So when it finally released, I purchased it the day it came out, and then what happens is, I don't really know. Sometimes by the time I get something in, it's like, oh, but something else has arrived that I want to play with. Like, I immediately started playing with this, but to actually, like I said, like use it properly, it took me a while to get to that point. And I wonder if maybe it's because I was a little bit discouraged by the palette based off of my initial impressions, like when I was just kind of creating random looks with it. So I think that's why I was kind of like, I just kept pushing it aside. But like I said, the other day that I wore it, I was like, oh, you know, it's not that bad. However, I might have just used the better shades from this palette. Could be, I don't know. So I think I'm going to first go into this shade here for the lid. Oh, that's actually really pretty. Now these are kind of that big gelée formula, so I feel like it really depends on the type of brushes that you're using. You want to use brushes that are a little bit more dense. I think those will pick up and distribute these eyeshadows a lot better. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the shade here for the rest of the lid. So I'm thinking the trick is that you have to really pack these shadows on, so like actually layer each shadow to get the most out of it. The moment I start blending, I kind of see it dissipating a little bit, so it's a little bit finicky maybe, but I think that looks really good. I really like that. Okay. Have to figure out. So I guess I'll go ahead and pick up this frosty shade up here. It's just a very chunky type of formula for that shade. I actually feel like these are kind of chunky as well, but this one right here is the most. So I tapped off the excess on that, and then I'm just tapping over the center portion here for the 2 shades of me. Okay, so that was nice. I'm going to use the first shade here with a pencil brush. This is going to go in my inner corner. Okay, I just picked up a little bit more of the shade. I'm just going to go in the bottom lash line. I'm going in with a different brush for the same shade because I want this to be a little bit deeper than what it is, but I feel like I'm not able to build up this color as much. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it all depends, like, I don't know if you guys can see the difference. It all depends on the actual brush that you're using. Like this one's definitely darker. And perhaps too, if I had laid the brown first and then gone in with this one over top, that would have been even better, I think. Okay, I like that. Okay. All right, I'm happy with the palette. Okay, good. Okay, so I think I'm going to skip out on eyeliner for one because I'm running out of time right now. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. I'm using my Chantecaille, I cannot remember the name of this, the Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. So for lips, I don't know how well this is going to go with today's look, but I just want to use it. I have the new lipstick from Chanel. This is a limited edition. It was released for the holidays and it's part of the Rouge Coco Flash line, which I absolutely love. This formula is just so comfortable on the lips. The shade name is Coco Club number 136. Let's do a quick little swatch here. Now what this reminds me of so much is my favorite Tom Ford lipstick in the shade Lost Cherry. Lost Cherry is my favorite red lipstick shade because it's not too red, it's very comfortable on the lips, also very wearable. It's so shiny and it is like that truly cherry red shade that it almost looks like it has a metallic finish. And by swatching this, I'm really getting those vibes. So let's just apply it and see. Just guys, right on. I think this color is so pretty and oh my gosh, my teeth even look whiter. Oh, I love red lipsticks that do that. Love it. Again, I'm not too sure how good it goes with this. I feel like I have like, what are these, like 80s, 90s vibes right now with my hair and my makeup. But honestly, I like it. I'm quite happy with how everything turned out today. Thank you guys so much for getting ready with me in today's video, trying out some new makeup. Overall, I'm very happy with the new products that I did use today. I feel like they performed really well. I was really impressed with that eyeshadow palette. It actually ended up working out much better than I had initially thought it was going to. The foundation, I am head over heels for. I'm still newer to it, so I still feel like I need to test it out better to give you a definite answer, but honestly guys, I think I'm in love. So it is just so nice. I love the coverage. I love how it looks on my skin. I love the feel of it because it doesn't feel heavy or anything. Like I don't feel that I'm wearing foundation. I just feel like my skin looks really good with this foundation. And the lipstick I think is gorgeous. I mean, this is the perfect holiday lipstick. It's just very shiny, very bright, a beautiful red. Again, perfect for this time of year. I really hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel a lot. Also, if you comments always boost my videos and it's just nice for me to interact with you guys as well. Also, if you have not yet, do not forget to subscribe so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. And that is all, folks. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Until next time.